What's up, everybody? Super stoked to have Heather Collins, aka Radio Heather, on this week's episode. Heather is actually an omnipresent personality in Vegas, best known as the radio DJ on KMXB Mix 94.1 weekdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Through this amazing gig, she's been to literally every single concert, tons of exclusive events, amazing experiences, like most recently being on air in Jamaica from a gorgeous resort for a week. And she's also interviewed some of the most famous people in music, from Billie Eilish to Ed Sheeran to Rob Thomas and so many others. It wasn't until late 2020 that she took her online presence to another level on TikTok, covering Sin City attractions, food, her job, personal life, and I think all that has really resonated with so many people on different levels. I love her work. I think her posts are so original and well thought out. Her personality and unique point of view, her memorable voice makes the post smash to the tune of almost 200K followers on TikTok, 16K on IG. She's also the co-host of the Confessions of a Dating App with Nudia Hernandez, the podcast that covers the dating scene in Las Vegas via apps. Holy junk. I'd like to welcome the recently verified, blue check marked Heather Collins, Radio Heather, to the show. Welcome to the episode.
You make me sound so much cooler than I am. When you say it like that, I'm like, wow, I really have done a lot.
Yeah, like you just see it day to day. This is just your normal life. But I think anyone outside that sees all the crazy shit, all the awesome stuff you do, it's amazing. I'm in awe.
Thank you. And I love that you said holy junk, because I feel like I say holy junk all the time. And I feel like all of you always make fun of me for that.
No, it's like it's one of your catchphrases. And I love it. Every time I see you, I want an opportunity to say it.
Holy junk. Okay, so this is going to be really weird for me, Phil, because I never get interviewed. So it's going to end up being like a turn. I'm going to start talking to you like, okay, Phil, but how did you do this? So get ready for that. It's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that because, it's like interviewing the interviewer. This is a whole different
weird
thing, right?
It's weird. I never get interviewed. So this is very weird, but I'm super excited to be part of this. I am actually a fan of all of the the episodes you've done, but the one that you did with Drew, Unlocked, man. Oh, I was like, wow, he's got so many great points. Like everyone needs to listen to this because his points are on point.
Yeah. Drew absolutely smashed it, and it shows. I mean, it's the number one most downloaded episode. He killed it.
Good for him. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to spill some tea too. Let's go.
Oh, really? Okay. So right off the bat, I mean, you're born and raised in Vegas. So I feel like your view of Vegas is completely different from the majority of people on the social media scene here. You've seen everything that's changed. How do you feel about, Vegas when you were growing up to now? Is it getting better? What do you think?
So I knew Vegas became a city when we got an IKEA. Because I grew up in Vegas my whole life. And I always remember going to like Denver or LA and being like, I have to stop by IKEA and get everything I need now. So when we got an IKEA, what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? I was like, we're a city. Yeah. This is it. This is the done. So it's crazy to me because I know it's so dumb, right? But I remember growing up, I grew up off of Charleston and Durango. And I remember growing up when there was no Boca Park, when there was no Kohl's or anything up from there, because my grandma and I on New Year's used to take pennies, there's like tradition she had, and throw them out into the desert, and the back of her house was the desert. It's where Boca Park is. So it's crazy to me. Yeah, it's crazy to me how much Vegas has grown. Like, what's even crazier is like sometimes I think like, okay, there was Wet and Wild on the Strip. There used to be a theme park at MGM. And a lot of people don't know this. And when I bring it up to people, they're like, no, it wasn't. There was never a theme park there. I go, no, there was. And I'm like, did I dream it? Is it fake? Is that real? And then this is the one that I always don't know. I think there was like a roller coaster on the Strip. It was a hotel. And I want to say it was like Travelodge or something. And it was a white roller coaster and there was fake people. It wasn't a real roller coaster, but there was like a fake people in it, like a fake clown that sat in the roller coaster. And I swear that was a casino. I swear. And if I'm wrong, someone tell me, because this has killed me for so long. I don't know if I dreamt it or if it was real. Do you know?
I don't remember that at all. Yeah, I mean, I only know of when Sahara had it.
Okay, so I got to figure this out. I'm going to find a picture. I got to really dive deep into this because I just remember little things about Las Vegas when I was little that are completely gone. And the one thing I will say, I love Las Vegas. I will probably never live anywhere else. It's the best city in the world because you have so much entertainment, so much food, so much things to do. But the one thing I don't like is we have no heritage because when something gets old, it gets taken down. Look at the Strip back 50 years ago. It looks nothing like it does now at all. So that's my only complaint. We have no heritage. You go to Arizona, you're like, wow, look at this state park or look at this or la 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 la. We have everything is 10 years or newer. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Let's grow some heritage, Vegas. Stop breaking everything.
Yeah, someone asked me recently, what is the Vegas food? Like if you go to Buffalo, New York, it's buffalo wings, or New York, it's pizza. But I don't know.
Have one.
Steak and eggs? I don't know.
No. You know what the Vegas food is? I'll tell you what the Vegas food is. $7 steak somewhere, like $10 or less steak. Because I remember like Hard Rock used to do the 777 deal.
Yep.
I know you know what this is, where it was a steak, shrimp, vegetables, and I think one other thing for $7.77. Yeah, but then they made it hard. Then you had to buy a drink, and then you had to get a Players Club and a drink to get that deal. They started making it real difficult for that 777 deal.
Yeah, they got too popular. So yeah, I guess Ellis Island or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, like just a cheap steak. Like that's what we're known for or cheap shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
Or buffets. Okay, buffet is our state food.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I think that'll be my answer now. Maybe buffets. Yeah.
I
think that's a good one.
I mean, you're definitely like the king of knowing fine dining. So I want to like take you to somewhere where you get like a $10 steak, and I want your opinion on it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely pretty spoiled now. Even like last time we went to Echo and Rig, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. And I was talking to Yumi. I'm like, I think we've turned into complete snobs and we're totally spoiled.
Hey man, it's okay. You can be a complete, like I could still go to a restaurant and be like, okay, that wasn't the best, but it was still really good.
Right.
I'm sure you're like, no, -5 points for you.
It doesn't have to be the best every time, but
I would love for you to start rating restaurants on TikTok.
Oh man. Okay. So just
I might ruin your career. Yeah, I want to like.
Yeah, if there's a place to do it, it's definitely TikTok.
Okay, but like you know how like what's his name from Barstools does like rate pizza?
Yeah,
you should rate. Yeah. You should rate lobster tails.
Oh fuck! Then I'll be in a lot of trouble.
All right, that lobster tail, that was a 2 out of 10. That's what I want out of this life.
Okay.
Still rate lobster tails.
I'll take the critique in consideration. Okay. I think that might be cool.
Okay. Sorry, I told you this is going to go off tangent a lot.
No, I love it. But maybe we should go to a cheap place or like, some people go to like the worst rated restaurant. I know Cody was talking about doing that.
We should do that. We should all go do that. Oh, that's a good idea. The worst place to get a steak.
Can you imagine the owner see us walking in? It would be
They'd be like, oh no, everyone hides under the table. Our business is about to get shut down. Every foodie in town's in here right now.
Right. But I think the negative stuff, like sometimes people want to go. If it's a great, well done review, even if it's terrible.
Wait, can I hate on something really quick? Please. There's a new pizza thing in town, and I heard it's disgusting. I'm not going to say what, but I heard it's not good from 4 different people now.
Ish. I think they.
You know what I'm talking about?
We had an event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's a thing that birds do. Or planes.
But I heard the pizza's not good, and I'm like, well, duh.
Yeah.
It's not a pizza restaurant. It's a gimmick.
I don't know. Yeah, I saw a lot of the posts, and yeah, that goes back to maybe having a real opinion, having an honest opinion.
I think that was it Vegas Know-It-All did an honest opinion about a restaurant in Town Square, and I kind of applaud her for that because you know what? Maybe it will make restaurants not think that every time an influencer comes in that they're going to blow up business. Maybe you should really make sure that your product is on point. So John Taffer can come in and, help you out or something because I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bar rescue, not food rescue. Sorry.
But they need both rescues. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. And I think Vegas Know It All, AKA Heather DeSalle, she keeps it real. And that's why I love her account.
I think more of us need to keep it real.
It'd be nice, but like way back when Vegas Food Baron Ed used to put a star rating on all his captions, and he stopped getting invited to shit because they didn't want to get the realness. Yeah.
Okay, but like so like I went to North last night. Okay, what if I'm going in there and paying for the food? I'm gonna leave a real review. I've left one bad review on my TikTok, and it was the train thing out at Boulder Highway or not Boulder.
Oh yeah.
The train thing. You know what I'm talking about? The railroad. It said it was 3 miles. It was only a mile because we tested it out. It was really expensive, and I remember being like, you know what? It's not worth the price. It's worth it once, but not worth to go again, and it's not worth that price. And people dogged me in the comments. How dare you ruin a local business like that, saying it's not good? I'm like, I didn't say it was not good. I said it was fun. I just said that maybe you shouldn't lie and say it's 3 miles when it was only 1.5 miles.
Yeah. Well, that's
I paid $70 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a significant lie. But no, I think that's good that you keep it real. I mean, people should be informed, but it's tough. I think it's tougher now in the social media age.
You know what? Let's definitely. Okay. So can we talk about influencers for a second?
Okay.
So yes. I was actually getting an argument about Andrew with this because we were talking about like how I wanted to talk about how being an influencer is now a form of advertisement. And I think that companies don't see it like that. A company will have a budget, let's say $5,000 for advertisement a month, whether that they're going to spend $1,000 on Yelp, $1,000 on Google, $200 on Facebook, whatever it may be. I as a new influencer, because you guys have been doing this game a long time, but I hear from all influencers, I actually never heard it from you, so we're not going to put you under the bus, but I've heard from other influencers like, yeah, it's kind of hurtful when you ask like, hey, can I get $100 for this video? And they go, sorry, that's not in our budget, but we know you're spending XYZ on everything else. It's a form of marketing.
Yeah.
To an extent. Wouldn't you think?
No, I absolutely agree. It's one of the most important extensions for a brand to market to influencers, have influencers post. Absolutely. And
go ahead.
And Curtis was saying a few podcasts back that all of our videos, I mean, do look like commercials. That's just kind of what kind of sticks, on social media. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you're right. They should. I mean, we should get paid. So.
And you know what? I was okay. If you're like, starting out new, no, take that free cheeseburger. Take that free cheeseburger for that free content. 100%. But I was running an account where the guy was telling me he spent $10,000 a month on marketing. $10,000. He was giving $5,000 to Google. He was giving another $2,000 to Facebook. And he was giving another $400 to Instagram. And then I was like, okay, well, I need $500 a month just to do, this is my first account ever, so don't judge. But I needed, for $500, I'm going to do XYZ, XYZ, XYZ per week, give you posts, and then I will post once per month on my page, my personal page for you. And he goes, it's too much money. It's too much money. And I go, okay, but the last 20 customers that you had come in here all said they saw my TikTok. So what's doing this working for you better? Your Google ad or the TikTok that got 500,000 views? Yeah. And you have people coming in here countlessly, and you're asking me all the time to post on my page. So obviously you know the worth, but for some reason you don't know the worth enough to want to pay me the amount that I deserve. So that's where I go, okay, businesses, if you listen to this, which you should, because Phil gives all the juicy details on how to make your businesses better, you should definitely look at influencers as a marketing. 100%.
Totally. And I think a lot do, but it's still less than 50%. And, it also depends on who you're asking the money from. If it's the PR company,
not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.